It's another day, boys and girls. Here we go, more sciencey stuff. Today we are going to count how many ways Bart Kay is helping the public being a watchdog. And here is his channel. See, and it says Bart Kay, Nutrition Science Watchdog. Episode 110. You ever wonder about his technique on YouTube? I'm going to get an overview of that. He does episodes, and he doesn't have topics in his titles. It just says Bart Kay, the Nutrition Science Watchdog. Well, yeah, watchdog is a term. An individual that monitors the activities of another entity, such as an individual. I'm laughing because I'm thinking of something specific, or government organization on behalf of the public to ensure that entity does not behave illegally or unethically. That sounds like what I do, and a lot of other people on YouTube in this community. Let's find out what makes him different to where he calls himself the Nutrition Science Watchdog. Should he have nutrition in his title there? Does he really focus on nutrition? I haven't watched him lately. I just see his titles, which don't really say much. Here's some recent videos. Some titles I don't understand. Stem cell nutrition. I don't even know what that means. Chronic inflammation. Promo. Carbs, really? No, yes. Is that whether to eat them or not? Why are we even still debating this? Well, the reason I don't want to watch that is to see what he's talking about. That it's an hour, 48 minutes. The Human Microbiome Project Promo. Now that's a bad title. And it got some bad views. Title's bad because there's no verb. Let's see, I'd watch this, except it's long again. Maybe we should start with his channel description. Bart is a former senior lecturer in clinical physiology, cardiovascular and respiratory, and in exercise physiology, nutrition, research methods, and statistics. That's a lot of specialties. This channel is about the facts and fallacies in nutrition and physiology. He's got a video about Esselstyn. My last video had to do with Esselstyn, but I'm not going to watch all that. He should be against anecdotes because it's not scientific. He's always saying that. And look, his audience likes anecdotes. Yeah, a lot of people like them because so many people don't care about what's true or not. They just want to hear good things about, you know. Leo Venus, no scientific credibility. Instead of picking on John Venus, who recently quit veganism, he's picking on his brother, who's still a vegan. That's cherry picking. No scientific credibility. What does that mean? Who decides which scientists are credible? That's a problem, isn't it? As I was talking about in my last video, about Dr. Avi, one scientist, trying to discredit other scientists, Dean Ornish and Esselstyn. And we, the viewers here, we're non-scientists. We don't know as much as they do. Otherwise, we'd be in their position. So how are we going to figure this out? Exactly. We're not. Woman feeds her kids heaps of sugar. That's pretty common. And we all know it's bad. So why is he making that video? Yet it gets more views than almost all his other videos. See, I don't know what motivates people's viewing habits. Here, I watched some of this video. New Zealand makes a law stating that all animals are sentient, and he says it's bad news for vegans. Somewhere around the 1/3 mark, I realized where he was going. He was pulling that stunt that we know that the way plant foods are produced end up killing animals. First of all, I've debunked. I remember making that video 4 years ago saying that the killing of animals is not the problem. Also, another flaw in this video he made is that he left out the fact that the meat that you would buy also has to be fed. And what are they eating? Where does their food come from? Can you believe he left that fact out of his equation? There's some more anecdote. Marathon swimmer and carnivore false. That was debunked long ago. I was there to see it. It's just false and we move along. It's what's called bullshit. This caught my attention. YouTube want me gone? YouTube shadow banning. Now, shadow banning is when individuals ban you block you, which he has done to me. And he didn't single me out, did he? I was nicer than most people, and he noticed that. He said that when we talked together in our collaboration. So let's see what he's talking about here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining me once again, where today I am once again having to deal with absolutely disgraceful, unbelievable mistreatment from YouTube. I want you to have a look, please, at the history of my...
Okay, yeah, I want to know. I'm going to predict, yep. You know what I'm going to predict? That he will do the same thing that conservatives do. I don't know if he's conservative. He comes off like one, doesn't he? Oh, right. Especially when he tried to say global warming was a hoax. He's just one of those people. It all goes together. So he's going to say, YouTube, they're liberal, like all the media, and they're going after him because they can tell he's conservative. And this never happens to liberals like myself. Yeah, it does. I've been complaining about YouTube for many years.
My fine channel here. At the moment, we are looking at the views section. I would like you to pay attention to two periods of time, that one being here through to here, where there is a marked downturn in my views. And secondly, from here through to present, where there is a...
Bart, so your channel's not growing? Huh. Bart, I could have told you that. I've been sitting here all these months and months knowing that Bart's not going to get anywhere, and he's put effort into getting somewhere. But there's reasons he's not going to grow. He makes a lot of mistakes. One of them was collaborating with myself. He thought that was going to help him because he made the mistake of looking at my subscriber count instead of my view count.
My views.
It's been over a year. I'm still laughing at that.
Which is absolutely being caused with malice aforethought by shadow banning from YouTube. I was shadow
okay. Right.
banned during this period, and I'm also shadow banned basically since about
banned from what?
The beginning of March up to present.
Note what just happened here. Notice that I thought I figured out what he was getting at, but then I stopped myself. Did you catch that? I have a good idea, but I don't know for sure, and so I want to hear more before I don't want to jump to a conclusion.
Where my views have now faded away to near zero levels with respect to how they were and how they should be.
I figured that he would actually go down in views, which I have too, and I partially blame YouTube, and he might be having the same issue I'm having, but I don't know yet if that's what he's saying. I'll just mention my issue. I think most YouTubers are having this problem. YouTube, their computers, for some reason, kick off subscribers where you're not subscribed anymore and you won't get notifications. I've seen this happen with me where I see that I'm suddenly not subscribed to certain channels because YouTube just wipes it away for some reason. And I know that's happening with my channel, my subscribers, because I've asked people. Let's continue here.
Based on the size and notoriety of my channel.
And see, I don't make those noises anymore with my mouth that he's doing. And he does no editing. Never edited anything. Yeah, I do make noises. I edit those out.
This is ridiculous. This cannot continue. Thanks for that. See you around the traps for more videos later in the week, which will hopefully be of a much more positive nature. Appreciate your time.
Well, that's a good segue because he said positive content. Now, let's take all of his positive content, which people would be able to use to take them on a better path in their health. What is his message and where would it take people? For the answers, I want to take you to his debate he had with Michelle Lowe last October. You'll see me here doing a live reaction to it, where at the end of the debate, they got into that nitty-gritty of Bart's teachings.
People who eat a lot of plants subject themselves to a lot of toxins, anti-nutrients.
Yeah, and that doesn't kill you, though. Toxins. There's toxins in meat, naturally even.
Poisons, naturally occurring pesticides, inflammatory things like fiber. Every individual I have encountered professionally over the social networks that are here online,
Right.
in terms of people that follow my channel.
So you have nothing except for what people tell you.
What have you got?
Oh,
I don't need anything because I'm here.
Neither do I, love. That's what
this is crazy.
I'm saying. I don't need.
But you are taking people's money, Bart.
Except the lack of evidence being shown by others who take an antithetical position to mine. I don't have to prove my case. All I have to do is disprove somebody else's.
I see. So all you're going to try to do then on your channel is discredit anybody who disagrees with you.
No, discredit anybody who makes a statement that's not supportable as per the science.
Except for...
Discredit anybody who loses their discipline and steps outside of the way they should be talking about what the science tells them.
But it sounds like he's saying that he's doing exactly what a lot of people do on YouTube and elsewhere. Even most vegans do this, which is taking in a lot of information, using logic and common sense, mixed in with some science, and then drawing the conclusion. Except he's saying that his science is right and everyone else's is wrong, which leads us back to square one, which is why I don't bother talking science with people. Okay, to sum this up, it seems that Bart is saying, because he is a senior scientist and has a lot of credentials, I guess, he can say how to determine the science. But at the same time, the irony of this all is that he is concurrently debunking other scientists and science going back decades filled with scientists with similar credentials. Okay, people, do you fully get this now? To where I don't have to debate Dr. Avi, because that's no use. You need to get out of this science rut and get to a higher place. You need to subscribe to this channel. And you need to watch all my videos going back 7 years. And stop watching those other people. Now, I do have another video, or 7, on Bart. But I'll take a breather with him. And my next video is going to be a big departure. As my long-term viewers should know by now, you should hang in there. Just like with every video. Hang in there and you'll be rewarded with an actual ending. My videos don't just slowly fade until I want to end. I've got endings. I am on purpose here. Everything I do is for a good reason. So keep watching.